Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Gooner Gathering. That was pretty smooth for me, wasn't it? That was quite a good intro. How you doing, everybody? You doing all right? Gooner Lee Meads in the presenting position, joined today by the poshest man in all sports entertainment, Posh Bertie. How are you, buddy? You all right?
Yes, I'm doing good, thank you. Good to see you, and looking forward to this impromptu stream, and see what on earth we are going to be discussing tonight.
Well, there's a few things on the agenda, to be fair, and anyone who is dropping in or perhaps dropping out, one of the two, you can please give us a like and subscribe to the channel. It always helps us out as we go along. So we are literally hours away, Posh, for a game against Liverpool this evening. The tour of the United States continues. Presumably, you'll be up with me later on doing the live stream, right?
Well, it's not 3 a.m., so and it's that's a good thing. It's
yeah.
Well, it's 12:30 a.m. There might be an outside chance I'll still be up, or at least trying to go to sleep anyway.
Sleep? What's that? Here in the Costa del Chelmsford, mate, I don't think I've seen a lot of sleep or anything. I've just blood, sweat, and tears for the last couple of days here, mate.
Sleep is for the weak, my friend.
Sleep is for wimps.
What I will know is that I don't think we're going to win because, as you can see, I'm wearing the Cursed Breadline T-shirt today. I wore this when we played Brighton and we lost 3-0. So, and I vow to never wear that again during a match. However,
okay. Well, I'm pretty sure that might be just coincidence. I don't think you'll have a direct impact on what happened.
I don't know. Pachiti's got a very menacing face there.
Well, no change. The Tory chief.
That's what he called himself when they did.
I love it. That's great. People watching like, what? I get your joke, mate. I get your joke. So, listen, we've had two games in the States. We had a 1-1 draw against Bournemouth. We had a 2-1 win against United the other day. All right, we lost on penalties. I'm very aware of that, sir. But what are your thoughts about tonight? Give me, what I think just your general thoughts, really, coming into tonight's game.
We're unbeaten in all competitions so far. It's fantastic. Well, I think, look, as I've mentioned, with friendlies, they don't matter.
No.
It's not the be-all and end-all in our season. I don't know what's going to happen. Will we see Calafiori in action? I don't know.
Might be a bit early, but he might be on the bench, maybe.
A cheeky off-the-bench cameo in the last 10 or so minutes. But, let's just keep our momentum going in the pre-seasons and let's see what type of players get the chance to perform in the first team.
Fair enough. Well, we'll jump into that in a little bit because there is a story that I broke. Well, I didn't really break it, did I? Let's be fair. Mr. David Ornstein broke it, but I wanted to do. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's do that first. AFC always, yeah. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, obviously this stream's a bit of a distraction from what's going on in the world at the moment, and it's the events that happened in Southport last night were pretty horrific, and obviously our thoughts and prayers are with everyone affected by what happened over there yesterday. It was a sort of horrendous attack. Obviously, you guys know I have a daughter myself, and she could have easily been in a after school kind of club or something like that. So it's just unthinkable. I mean, it's not just there, by the way. I'll point out without getting too political about it. There was other events that I've seen around the UK last night over on social media, which were absolutely horrific, and how the media haven't jumped on it, I'm not quite sure. But there's definitely a wider picture of issues that are going on in this country at the moment. Hopefully what we're doing right now is we're two gentlemen having a nice little chat about the football, and we're going to try and distract everybody from everything that's going on. Good to see BX joining us again. He jumped in on my impromptu last night as well, so great to see you there. And AFC always says good evening to yourself and me. So
good evening, AFC always. Good to see you here.
Right, let's try and
Moving
talk
swiftly
about
on now.
Yeah, let's try and talk about the football if we can. So I'll go back to the story Ornstein brought very early this morning, saying that it appears that Marseille have gone back in for Eddie Nketiah. The reported fee that they've bid is £17 million. Whether that's accurate or not, we don't know. We're not privy to that information. It does appear Nketiah is up for the move, and he's agreed everything in terms of their end. So my question to you, and I think I know the answer you're going to say to me, is what are your feelings about the whole thing here? I mean, part of me thinks, yeah, okay, that makes a bit of sense. Part of me worries, would rather, we had someone else there first.
So I think it's important that it's important that a club buys a player before selling that particular person they're replacing. That would be seen as good business. But 17 million or for Nketiah, mate, 7 million is a lot of money for Eddie Nketiah. No matter what money they offer, take it. 17 million, take the money and run. Do it. And we used the money and the money that we got for Smith Rowe. And there he is. There's Noel Edumans. Deal, Edu, deal. Yes.
Do it.
And I hope that
I'm glad I get that on the back end.
And we use the money for Nketiah and the money that we have got via the Smith Rowe transfer to spend money wisely, especially on a striker that is an upgrade on Havertz and Jesus, because those two, and yes, I'm including Havertz in there, are good backup strikers, support strikers, not main strikers, support strikers. We need someone, get the fella from Sporting, maybe. Just, it's an idea. We need a striker that plays regular first-team football and is a prolific goal scorer. That's what we need. Nketiah and Nelson are costing Arsenal 800k a month in wages. I think you might have got your maths wrong there. I don't know if two players cost 800k. I don't think Nketiah and Nelson are on 400k. 400k.
I've never seen
100k a week. 100k a week. But no,
that makes sense.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So combined,
that kind of makes sense.
There we go. 4 weeks in a month. Yeah. There you go. Sorry.
Look at that.
I'm the one that I've not done maths since year 11, and even though I look about 12, that was quite a few years ago now. 2017.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bertie Maths.
There you go. You say all men are created equal when you look at Nketiah and you look at
Reece Nelson
or Declan Rice. You can see that statement is not true.
Yeah. I get what you're saying about the Sporting striker. I don't know too much about him. I don't even recall seeing him with Coventry, to be fair, because I never really see much of that. But I kind of agree with what you said, actually. But I'm kind of thinking that more my preferable option would be one of the Premier League tested strikers, actually. One of your Isaacs, your Watkins, or your Tonys, even maybe. I mean, it's certainly a possibility, isn't it? But
understanding players that we're linked with, but
quite.
Who's to say we can't go for them, even if we're not linked with them? It's like I say, we have the money. Let's do it. Let's do it. Do it to it.
Do it to it. Absolutely. Well, let's see what happens. There is going to be some generated sales here. Obviously, if Nketiah's happening, great stuff. Hello there. That was a new name, I think, for me, but it was great to see that
I think he's
in
been in
there.
the chat before. Halimi, good to see you.
Halimi, right? Okay, it was up and gone before
I. Chat before.
Nice,
We're
great stuff.
very popular nowadays. A lot of names come in, and
absolutely. This, you know, I think we're just 329 subscribers last time I checked, mate. So it's fabulous to see. Spread the word, everybody. Join us. Is that someone else's line?
You'll get copyright infringement letter.
Oh no, I've got something to say about that. Someone's had the cheek to put a Cultaholic video. They've not done anything to it. They've just taken it from Cultaholic and just put it on their own channel. I just really. And anyway, I think we're on good terms with Adam and the boys. Don't worry about that. So yeah, I'd be worried if we take Nketiah out of the equation without someone coming in. And I've gone on record as saying that. And yeah, maybe you are kind of right. Although I'd like to say, Jesus has started the pre-season looking in good nick, perhaps in better nick than I'd expected him to be in. Havertz has only just come back into the squad and played about 20 odd minutes or something in the back end of the United game. I wouldn't be surprised to see him involved tonight, maybe from the start. I would expect to see a wide range of rotations into that squad, and maybe we'll sort of get into it. My goodness me, them comments are coming thick and fast tonight.
Yes, they are. We have got a new name in the chat. Ahungwa Yongu. I'm sorry if I butchered your name there.
But great to see you.
Great to see a new name in the chat. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already.
Cheers.
At AFC Always. By December, Arsenal will be halfway to the 9-year trophy drought. What Wenger went on. Absolutely. So I've said that silverware is a must.
I get where you come from.
It's a must this year.
I'm sure they'll be going for it. It don't grow on trees, but it'll be lovely to see. It'll be lovely to see. And who's to say we can't pick up a few? That's kind of. I mean, we were so desperately close, and perhaps one win somewhere, maybe a goal in a certain other game, which I won't talk about, might have changed the whole pattern of everything that's that has happened. Perhaps one big save by a reserve Manchester City goalkeeper might have changed things in the path of how it all went. Who knows? But we go again, and it's a fresh. Exactly, and what I'm dealing with is a fresh season, and let's just see how we get on, because I'm pretty sure everybody involved in the club will be absolutely determined to try and put this right. BX saying exactly what I'm thinking. By the end of the season, the trophy drought will be over. You got the pronunciation right.
Thank you. There you go.
Welcome to the Paul Merson School of Pronunciation, everybody. You did a good job, Posh. Well done, mate.
All right. And good to see you in the chat on our video. I hope you're right, BX. I hope you're right. I think a lot of, and not just from the usual suspects, as maybe some people will call them, but I think a lot of heads will roll from other types of fans as well if we don't win silverware this season. I think we are, we're building a bit of a trophy drought now, and I think more people are going to get impatient.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's see what happens. So what I think I'd get into now, because what I've got in front of me at the moment, and I don't know if you've seen it, we did speak about it, the United team sheet in front of me. So perhaps we will have a little think, maybe. Do you fancy speculating who might start tonight for a bit of a laugh?
I think Karl Hein will be in goal. I'm not going to go the full starting 11. I think Karl Hein will be in goal. I think Wanyeri will play. I think Reece Nelson might end up playing. Whether Nketiah plays is a different story. Maybe Jesus will get a feature in. Who else? Who would be in our midfield? I mentioned Wanyeri. We might have Salah versus Salah. That could be a thing.
Could be a thing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure the Egyptian Liverpool Salah is available. I will look into the Liverpool side in just a minute. But
okay. It'd be so funny, like something these Americans exciting to see Salah play. It turns out it's the academy player from Arsenal. Oh man, I can't believe it, man. Anyway,
AFC always. I don't know if you've seen this news. It's broken a couple of hours ago. I mean, it's obviously it's peanuts, really. But did you see this about Man City being fined just over $2 million by the Premier League for 22 breaches of kickoff delays over the last 2 seasons?
Yes. I mean, if that's the case, how about you fine all the teams from the Euros, because those kickoff delays during that tournament really annoyed me. I think you saw during the England games, you could only go, get on with it. But fine everyone for those kickoff delays. But yeah, I'm sure 2.09 million. I'm sure that'll
really
bank account massively.
That will burn a hole in that pocket, definitely. So there's a few things I want to say about the Arsenal side now. Hine has been the goalkeeper in the tour in the first 2 games. Part of me was kind of thinking, I wonder if he might try one of the other goalkeepers tonight. Obviously, we've got the new guy coming from Ajax, Tommy Setford. We have 2 other youth team goalkeepers there. It's just a hunch, just for fun, right?
Yeah.
I really hope that we don't see Zinchenko start. I don't really want to see that, really.
No. Whether it's a friendly or for a proper game.
Do you know what I want to see? I think I want to see Lewis Skelly play there again. Yeah. Because you know, he has been used there sparingly. He has played, I think, the first 2 pre-seasons at left back. We are previewing a friendly, yeah. We're having a little bit of a chat, knick-knack. It's what we do. Is that all right?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's hey, good to see you anyway. And he was talking about Man City, peanuts for City. Hopefully, the fine goes back into the grassroots game. Yeah. And also the reason why we're doing this today is because I'll be unavailable tomorrow. So if we want to talk about what happened in the Liverpool game tomorrow, I won't be there for it. And some say that Posh Bertie equals ratings. I don't know who said that, but anyway.
Some fool. I don't know.
Yeah. Idiot. But yeah,
exactly.
Good to see you.
Look, sometimes it's just nice just to catch up with my fellow broadcast colleague and just have a bit of a natter after a long day at work, really. We're just in it for a laugh. We're just here for a bit of fun, to be honest. So that's what we're about. Spread the word. Ding.
Yeah.
So I'll carry on from where I was. So yeah, maybe I'd like to see Skelly at left back. I would like to see Haven play again because they impressed me.
Okay.
Perhaps do we need to? Gabriel Magalhaes hasn't had many starts, has he? Maybe he could get a go back in the side because he came on the sub, didn't he? He scored a tremendous penalty in the shootout against United.
I saw that
by
penalty,
the way,
actually.
Yeah, the few antics on the United goalkeeper. It was good. It was fair play, good banter.
I don't necessarily want him to start, but he can come off the bench. I don't want to risk any injuries to players like Gabriel in pre-season because you remember he came off at half time against Everton. I know that was ages ago, but
he's played internationals and stuff before. I don't think. I know what you're thinking, Posh. I know you've
got these tough games. Our first 5 games, 3 of them are very tough. So we need to have the big boys in the team for those games.
Big boys, yeah.
Oh yes.
Is Keith Lee signed for us as well?
Big strong boy.
Exactly. Yeah. On to serious notes, right? Ethan Nawari, I've been so impressed with in the time that I've seen him. I think it'd be tremendous to see him getting some more game time. I don't imagine he's going to play Jorginho again today. I'd imagine Partey probably coming in, and maybe Martinelli comes in for a start. That's my view. I don't think I'd play Nelson. I don't think I'd be playing Nketiah. I'd rather see maybe if it on substitute options, maybe Charles Sago
Sanogo Junior.
Sanogo Junior.
Yes,
That's what I'm going to call him now.
Oh God, he's back!
God King, could it be? Could it be? It's him. Yeah, okay. Slip of the tongue.
Replacement.
Anyway, that was another thing, BX. I was just looking at because Fabio had it, as much as Bertie's going to dismiss what I'm going to say here, is really has staked a little bit of a claim because he's been fit and he actually has put the ball in the net a couple of times in a penalty shootout in the opening game.
Specialist.
That's what it is. Absolutely. Oh, Steve McLaren's left Manchester United. Breaking news. Okay. Steve McLaren has left Manchester United. They're obviously shaking up things in their camp. Van Nistelrooy is in, obviously, as one of their coaches. And McLaren has now become the manager of Jamaica.
Oh
I bet you we are the first YouTube channel to say that. I bet you.
There were rumours that Steve Bruce was going to get that job. But yeah.
I'd rather Steve Bruce gets the England job, to be honest.
Oh, wow. That's... I mean, Steve McLaren mastered the Dutch accent. I wonder if he could... Right, never mind.
That's a different category.
Fabio I'd like to see. And he says, this is a big season for Fabio Vieira. I'm backing him. I'm pleased that you're backing him. I want him to do well as well, but we'll see what happens.
Well, you're unusually positive there. I didn't expect that of you. I thought you were going to say something completely different.
If he starts and if he plays, I want him to do well. But if he isn't, then I think, Nick Knack says, amazing how McLaren...
We are not bringing up that next comment from BX. No, we are not doing that.
I will answer it. I don't know. I don't know.
As far as I'm concerned, there's a name in that statement that I do not want to mention on our channel. Thank you very much. But
I don't know if that said player has declared for Jamaica. I don't know these things. No. So I wouldn't be able to answer it anyway.
I have no interest in him whatsoever. Thank you. But yes. I mean, as an impromptu kind of look through a team, that's one kind of what we're looking at. There are a couple of other stories I do want to bring up, and some of it I don't think you're necessarily going to know too much about, but I will cover it anyway. If I can just find the buttons that I need to press on my phone. Firstly, no, it's all right, BX. It's okay. I just want to be very careful on what the words I say out loud will be. Do you want to have a little bit of a chat about the Spanish player Moreno that has been largely talked about? Because he's been for very. I mean, that there's seems to be lots of positive talk around Twitter about him. Your thoughts on him? We potentially have a vacancy there on the number 10 shirt now. I'm sure you've seen the pictures of Smith Rowe getting his medical done at Fulham. So what are your thoughts on him?
Again, I've not seen much of him at club level, but I know he's made a positive contribution to Spain in the Euros. I believe he was the one that scored that last gasp winner for Spain against Germany. I believe he was that player. So certainly signs of a big game player in there. Our midfield is looking mighty as our defence. Yes, I agree, BX. Hopefully attack follow. That is if Marino signs, because it's all what ifs at the moment, all ifs and buts. But Partey's not getting any younger. Smith Rowe has gone. Fabio Vieira is, Fabio Vieira. I think he'd be a good addition to the team. I know there are some people that I know that aren't too keen. I'm actually going to give him a chance here. I think he could do well for us.
Yeah.
If he signs, that is.
Yeah. It's certainly a name. I mean, I think even Fabrizio Romano said something about him, so that's the reason I'm mentioning his name in the conversation. Where else should we go? I'm sure there's other things I was going to talk about, but I've come for a bit of a blank. So what I think I want to go to now, I think we're going to keep this as a relatively brief kind of stream tonight. Couple of bits of news out of the women's game. Emerson Crozier did a tremendous job throwing a short our way earlier on today. I know you probably won't know much about this, mate. So I've got this. So Arsenal women's side signed the Aston Villa goalkeeper Daphne van Domsler. She's a Dutch goalkeeper. It's been a regular starter for Aston Villa for at least the last season. So that's an interesting signing. A bit of competition in the first team goalkeeping places for the women's side. Interestingly, Aston Villa have subsequently signed Sabrina D'Angelo on a free transfer. She spent the last season and a half at Arsenal. So she's currently with the much troubled Canadian Olympic side over at the moment. I don't know if you've caught wind of the story over the Olympics where they were caught.
I'll be honest. I haven't seen the Olympics. The only thing I've done that's associated with the Olympics was tweet how Adam Peaty sounds like Adam Pacitti, and I made a joke about how Adam Pacitti won a silver medal, and congratulations, you have it. So yeah,
brilliant. Thanks, mate.
That's the only contribution. The only contribution I've made to the Olympics.
I'm doing a serious bit, and you just wrote the Pacitti, mate. I love it. Great. Break the story down as quick as I can. Yeah. So FIFA are involved in this. Apparently, the Canadian team have been kind of caught sort of spying, basically, on another level, like using drones and all that sort of thing, checking out the training on their opponents, basically. So it's all. I mean, I think they got deducted 6 points and from their Olympic game, their competition, and I think that got that ruling stood over a hearing today. So yes, that's the news over there. D'Angelo's not been involved; she's been on the bench. I haven't seen any of the matches, but I make sure I look at the stats because I'm a geek. Is there anything else? There is a academy game going on this evening, and that is I can't remember where this is being played actually. I know Emerson's going to know if he's watching us, but as for the Olympics, I say I was watching some of the swimming and I watched some of the tennis. Actually, I saw a bit of Andy Murray play last night. That was interesting to see. I'm just filling for time as I can hit a couple of buttons on my Twitter machine. Okay, so bear with me just a second.
I'm just trying to have a look at what Emerson. If Emerson sent anything.
Because he sent we are currently losing 2-0 to Bishop Stortford. So, but bear in mind, it says Arsenal under 21. That Arsenal side is largely represented by the under 18s because a lot of the under 21s are with the first team.
While you're looking at that information, let me say hello to Pedro Wanler, saying maybe the RSPCA should put up a drone to keep an eye on the contribution the Arsenal dog makes to training. Thank you, Pedro Wanler, for your ever so fond contribution. You see, making sarcastic comments about Win the Dog. As you can see, the hereditary stuff is you can see where I get it from. Like I mentioned, you can see where I get the sarcasm.
Oh God. I'm trying to do a serious stream here, you know. I'm not really. This is just...
We're done serious streams on this channel.
No, this is probably true. It's probably true. I mean, you bring up a great point. I mean, since Cedric has left, we are worried about who is taking care of the dog. That is clearly the number one thing that I have been worried about. Talking of players that have left the club, it's just come to my head that Mohamed El Neni has signed for Al Jazeera club, I believe it's called, over in the Saudi Arabia League. So he has got himself a club, so fair play to him. We'll keep it sort of kind of relevant in the Arsenal news.
Hmm.
Is there anything else that we need to cover tonight? Because I think, apart from did you see pictures of Calafiori? Now, Calafiori has been a secret Arsenal undercover fan. Have you been aware? You're aware of this?
No. What are you on about?
What am I on about? Well, it appears that Calafiori was amongst the Arsenal fans in one of the league games last season. I don't know if I think I probably retweeted it, so I'm gonna see. There it is on the Guna Gathering. So I've retweeted it, and you can probably see a bit of it just there.
Okay.
There's Calafiori down there by the old
amongst the Arsenal fans back in January when the Gunners beat Crystal Palace.
So the boyhood dream has come true for Calafiori.
Right. Okay. Are you sure that's him, or is it a looky likey or something? Or I don't know.
Who knows? Who knows? It looks very much like him, to be fair. So who knows? Is there anything else I need to bring up? Can I just go back to Nketiah for a second?
Oh, go on then.
Just on this one, because some people were talking about the transfer fee, weren't they? And obviously, Arsenal have knocked back apparently the £17 million fee. I want you to tell me what, and be serious. Don't tell me two packets of pint of lager and a packet of crisps. Please don't tell me that. But tell me what's realistic for Eddie Nketiah.
Honestly, I genuinely thought it would be something in today's market, something like 10 million, 12 million, something like that. Genuinely, like that. That's what I think. If we get him, if we get him for if we get him for 20 million, then that would be a great bit of business. I really do think that, and I genuinely think in today's market his value is probably at best 10 million. Bishop Stortford got relegated from National League. Oh, we got a fellow non-league fan here. That's good.
Yep.
Got a fellow from the National League North last season with 21 points from 46 games. Behind Farsley, who finished 20th. Who are they? Exactly. Riddick Moss ran into Conor McDavid, the Stanley Cup. I don't know anything about that, to be honest.
That's hockey, isn't it?
I think so. I don't know.
I don't know. I need to tempt this fact check.
I don't know. Oh, where did my 49ers hat go? I don't know much about American sports other than the time I visited San Francisco and watched a very important NFL game on TV where the 49ers went to, I believe, a sport called the Superb Owl. I think that's what it's called. Less said about the result of that one, the better. But yeah, there we go. Oh, you're right. NHL.
Nice. Breaking news within the last 2 minutes. Fabrizio Romano. Arsenal closing in on Mikel Moreno as a verbal agreement is now getting closer. Agreement is in place. Personal terms as Moreno wants to move. Verbal discussions with Real Sociedad for the package in excess of 30 million euros. Talks to get on the deal done.
Well, not here we go just yet, but it looks like we're moving
that
in
looks exciting.
Very much advanced stages and
going in the right way.
I'm actually intrigued by that signing.
So am I.
I want him to do well because, like I said, as much as I do like Thomas Partey as a player when he's fully fit, you can't rely on him to stay fit. That's the reality. And B, he's not getting any younger. He's 31, I believe, now. Mikel Moreno, from a Spanish midfielder from Real Sociedad. And I believe he scored the winning goal against Germany in the Euros quarterfinal. So signs of a big game player there. And we like a good big game player, especially when Trossard's in the team. And we do love a bit of breaking news. You are right, Nick Knack. You are right indeed. And BX Gunner says
that's exactly why we're here. It's almost like me and Fabrizio, we knew that this would be happening. And so, yeah, we thought we'd go on air tonight. I do want to get your opinions on something else. I'm just looking for his name. There he is.
AFC always says I would prefer Fabian Ruiz. Yeah, okay, fair enough. But I think he'd be good as well. But I'm intrigued to see what Marino does, because I actually think there's definitely a player in there. Definitely. Did
you say he's a bit of an older player there? Did you?
Marino, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Do a quick bit of Google checking on that. That'll be good.
Mikel Merino is 28.
28.
So
that's a good age. Yeah. I mean that's prime age, isn't it? Really. So you get a good 5 years there, I would imagine. 5, 6, maybe. Well, again, watch this space on that one. If they can close the deal with Sociedad, fantastic. That'll be another good one in. I mean, that's signs of actually, if you think about it, a couple of goalkeepers, Calafiori, this guy we're talking about, and if they can get a striker in with that, well, it's not a bad window to start with, is it? And if they can get suitors for someone like Nelson, Nketiah, perhaps Ramsdale.
Can I just address? I think the reason why you probably can't find his Wikipedia page or Transfermarkt is you spelt it as Moreno. It's spelled Merino. So there we are. So
there you go. Thank you, Posh.
If you're it Moreno, then that's probably why you can't find anything. So just giving you.
Thank you. On the ball as always, Posh. Great work. I think this is the player we want to talk about now, because we spoke about this youngster. So Chido Obi Martin to Man United. Here we go. So what I have to say about this is, so from me doing a bit of digging on the social media, it appears Arsenal did offer this guy a contract. I think it was something like 30k a week. Bear in mind, it's a lot of money for a 16-year-old kid.
That's when you know he's a brilliant player for his age. He's
but
it comes with a risk.
Yeah, I mean, he and his representatives are saying that it's not money related or anything like that. He's going to get more opportunity to play a first team football in Manchester United. I refute that claim an awful lot, to be fair.
Based on the past few seasons, how Arteta has given academy players run-ins in the first team, you can see why he went to another club. You can see Man United play their young players a lot more than Arsenal have done in the past few years. Case in point, Garnacho and Kobe Mino. So I think that's, there is an argument as to why he would rather play for Man United. There is a better chance he'd get in the first team than Arsenal from the past few years I've seen. I really do think that. Obviously I don't think he'll get in the first team immediately, but if he sets their academy alight, I think who knows what may happen. But yeah.
There's a reason. Yeah, there's a reason United have had players like Mainu come in. I think their injury list got so far as to the fact that I don't think they had an awful lot of choice but to throw these youngsters in, and maybe if under different circumstances, maybe he might have got in, perhaps. But it's extremely risky putting really young players in ahead of experienced pros when you're fighting for like championships, right? And then you'll say to me, cup competitions or whatever. Then you'll say to me, but it's not won a trophy in so many years. It's really difficult to get the balance in getting the youth players into the side integrate him into first team. That's what this tour's great at, by the way. At least it's given some of the these talented boys a chance to see what the first team football's like. It gives them a chance to impress. I think, like I mentioned 2 names earlier on, Skelly, who's been playing left back, and Nawari, who's done that. And there was a defender who I'm going to just double check his name because I don't want to get it wrong. Aidan Haven, it really impressed as well as a young defender, wearing the number 76 shirt. If you've been watching, that's what this tour's been all about, trying to get some new players involved. And if they're impressed to a certain level, it may be in that they get a chance to get some time, whether it be in Premier League, whether it be in the Cup. There's a lot of Champions League games to play, or whether they get a chance to extend their playing time somewhere else on loan, perhaps. That's the facts of it, isn't it? Depends what else we can get, if we can get anything else in. Obviously we're sort of what are we now? 2 weeks, 3 weeks away from the season starting. Bit of time for the window, and the window don't shut until the end of September, I think. So, what I'm saying is there's an opportunity for the kids to have a bit of to shine in games like tonight.
Yes, absolutely, and it sorts out who can be who can break into the first team, and I who knows? I mean, Wanyeri is the player that I think even Arteta himself is going to keep a close eye on.
Yeah.
But yeah, when it comes to playing, youth, if we were away at Man City in the Carabao Cup, I'd say no, don't play youth players in that game. If it's a big game like that, don't do it. But if we're at home to a team, I don't know, who's in League 2 or League 1, Grimsby Town or something, then you can get away with it playing.
Stop doing a Joe Hendry thing here. Stop picking on Grimsby.
I was not intending to pick on Grimsby. I just used them as an example.
You just picked them up from there. They're getting enough stick from Hendry. Have you seen this video?
Fine. Crew Alexandra then.
I'm joking with you.
Crew Alexandra then, or a team like that.
You made me smile. You made me
just
smile when you mentioned Grimsby. I'll have to. If you haven't seen it, I'll have to show it to you later. All right, I'll show it to you in a minute.
All right, Walsall, Leyton Orient, teams like that. Then
bless the O's.
Teams like that. Then you can get away with playing, the likes of Wanyeri, Lewis Skelly, maybe, and it can give them the chance to shine.
I mean, you say get away with. I mean,
what I'm trying to say. You can.
What you're trying to say is integrity.
Less backlash, and angst amongst
WrestleMania
fans.
backlash. Yeah.
No, not that kind of backlash.
No, okay. I know what you're saying. I suppose with the new rulings as they are, with the more substitutes on the bench and all that sort of thing, there is an opportunity, isn't there, for players to come on the bench like that. I can see you grinning away at me. What are you grinning at?
I just typed in Joe Hendry Grimsby, and I think there's a video I might want to watch afterwards.
I want to watch it with you in a minute. I'll watch it with you in a minute. Okay, we'll go off there in a minute.
AFC always says we need to get the signings done before the transfer window shuts. We don't want to see panic buys. Yes, I agree. I agree. We don't want to see any more, Lucas Perez and players like that, don't we?
Oh, Kim Kolstrom.
Oh yes,
we broken back. Don't worry. Come on the payroll, son. Come on in. We
need. Listen, he scored a crucial penalty against Wigan.
He did. He stood up, and that was that one kick he had. He did very well. Fair. But yeah.
But yeah, I agree with AFC always, but we are hopefully going to be signing Marino quite soon. If you believe what Fabrizio says, it's not here we go just yet, but we're moving in the right direction.
Yeah, I mean we could have a look in the Tesco bargain bin as well, see if there's anything with yellow labels in for reduced to clear. That'd be nice.
Other supermarkets are available, of course.
Yeah,
But as the elite level, it's not quite as easy to be snapping up bargains as the bottom of table teams like Southampton.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know Theo Walcott doesn't play for you anymore. Because I was going to say, we can have him back as a panic buy. But
Theo's
no.
been on tour with us.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Oh, it's so cool to see. It put a smile on my face. That did. Anyway, I think we've chatted for long enough. Really, This has just been a little bit of fun tonight. In all seriousness, my day started today, ladies and gentlemen, before 4:00 this morning. It's in Costa del Chelmsford right now. It's been so warm. No one's had any sleep. My little princess, you guys know Amy, she jumped in with us at about 4:00 this morning. And I need to be at work for 7:00 tomorrow morning. So unfortunately, we do not have that commitment to do the watch along tonight. I tell you who might though. Mr. Arsenal Podcast might do it. So if you want to watch it with him, go and check him out.
Why is he? He's got a job.
Yeah, unfortunately, look, here's the commitment I have on our channel, right? I've done my normal day job today. Emerson was kind enough to put a video out for us earlier on. And during my lunch break, I recorded another video as well. So this is the third video on Gooner Gathering come out tonight. That's not bad, is it really? Considering we're doing this for a laugh and a bit of fun. So if you like what we do here on Gooner Gathering, we have a good time, as you can tell. Between me and my boy, we get a lot of banter in, and it's great banter. And look, we are going to be we're going to get out of here for now. So as I try and throw up the social media banner, which I believe is there, which I probably need to update as well because I need to put Emerson's Twitter in there as well, don't I? But would you care to tell everyone where they can find you, Posh, and we can get out of here?
You can find me on Twitter or X at Posh Bertie. Instagram's at Bertie Wanless, and I run Gooner Gathering's Instagram account, which is at Gooner Gathering, where we watch Arsenal, so you don't have to.
Thank you very much. That's one of our trademark catchphrases. And thank you very much, all of you who've been watching us this evening, whatever platform you've been watching us on. Of course, you can find me at Gooner Lee Mead. You can find everybody on the channel at Gooner Gathering. So, as Bertie mentioned earlier on, I don't think we're going to be congregating tomorrow evening, certainly not live. But keep an eye on the channel, keep an eye on our social media over the weekend, where we will try and get some sort of report out on the game that's going on for a couple of hours' time. So thank you very much, all of you, for joining us. The chat's been awful busy as well. Thank you very much. And we are getting out of here. Take care.